You're listening to the joint sermons on the Push Media Podcast Network.
You know, I was so excited that your conversion therapy is almost over last week that I forgot to talk about WrestleMania.
We did, yes. It's
So
it was
I
a great
watched
show.
it. I watched it with my son. Much different. It's the first one I've watched since I think WrestleMania 3 or WrestleMania 4, whichever the one was where Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant.
That was 3, and
Okay.
standout match. The standout match for that one was definitely
Steamboat.
Oh yeah, the Steamboat Man and Macho Man wrestling. That was top tier. They went out there and shut it down. It was still to this day like
That's
one
why
of
I
my
watched
favorite
it.
matches.
Even as a kid, I watched it for that match. I actually didn't care about the storyline between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. I don't care, because we all realize in real life Andre the Giant would just pick you up, throw you over, kneel on you, and it's over. So who cares? But speaking of who cares,
Who cares?
Go ahead, ladies first.
No, I was just gonna say that was. Oh, hey, you know what? It's 2024, baby. Let's go. No, and that wasn't even the first time that he got slammed, because I want to say he got slammed in like Mexico City or Japan or something like that. That was just like the first time in the U.S. that they were doing it.
You're telling me a tiny little Mexican or a short little Japanese guy body slammed Andre the Giant?
Probably. I can't remember who did it, but yeah, it wasn't the first time. But you know, that was Vince's boy, and he had to put him over for sure.
Yeah, but the great thing about it is if you watch the slam, clearly Andre helps him. Obviously, I mean, come on. No shame, and there's no shame.
Andre could have shut that down in any way, shape, or form if he wanted to. The man was a monster. There was no way. He could have just sat on Hogan, and it would have been a wrap.
Yeah, as I'm saying, there's no shame in it, either him helping him, but whatever. But so here's my thing to that. So I'm watching it. When I watched it back then, they had the quote, like WWE superstars on the Saturdays or Sundays, and they would go to like Mean Gene Okerlund, and he's like, "We're here with the Macho Man Randy Savage." He's like, "Let me tell you what's going to happen here," and that was it, right? But I'm noticing now they're all in the ring with their loud, "You gotta go mess with me. I'm the toughest man in the world," and I'm like, this is dumb. Why is that happening in the ring? And then they'll have they'll fight each other. Then someone will run off and then grab the microphone. Like, what's going on? So here's my point. Obviously, it's fake. We all, or rehearsed, whatever you want to call it, fake. But my point is, and that's fine because it's just entertainment. It's what it is. It was hella entertaining. I will give you that. Watching it with my son, we had fun. 2 days, it was fun. Don't care. It was fun. It was just fun. But my point is, he had a blast. He doesn't care if it's fake. He just watches them jump off of ladders and stuff. But my thing is, when did wrestling just say, it's fake, guys, we don't care, let's just go for it? Because remember, they used to fake it. It was like a no-no. When I was a kid, I remember it being a no-no.
Well, I mean, kayfabe kind of died. I mean, there's still people that, run with it. And it was definitely, like, back in the day, like, if you were a heel and you were a face, you couldn't even be seen in public together. But it kind of probably like mid-90s, maybe when like the dirt sheets kind of started coming out, like the Dave Meltzers and like the dudes that were getting info from backstage or whatever, and then it slowly kind of drifted away. And now there's still work shoot parts of all of it, but I mean, for the most part, with everybody's got cameras on their phones. There's the internet, there's Twitter, there's all that stuff. So it's just not as serious as it was. It's just it's not such a closely guarded secret as it was back in the day when it was really on some carny behavior where it was like.
I mean, apparently, I'm learning Snoop Dogg wrestled last year. Like, who's believing that? I mean, there's that video of him in the gym lifting 5-pound dumbbells.
Yeah, and when you say wrestling, I mean, I would say he wrestles like Grimes DJs, but that's another topic. He just was kind of there and did like a frog splash. I don't know. Especially when Vince was in control, he was shoehorning on a lot of celebrities that you're just like, why are you there? Like,
to me, I think the illusion should still be that it's real. It can still be over the top where it's just like, oh, this is crazy and this is fun. But I think there should still be an illusion of that, even though we all know better, but let's just allude to it and not speak of it and make it more fun, because that's how it was. But jumping off of ladders and having 7 ladders in the ring and taking tables, and the 2 Eagle linemen from the Philadelphia Eagles jump in. Which, by the way, look at Jason Kelsey. All right, he's the center for the Eagles. When he stands there with the wrestlers, that dude is huge. You don't get because wrestlers are big. I don't care if they're small wrestlers; they're still big, and they're bigger than us.
Right.
But he's standing there. I'm like, these dudes look like kids next to him. You don't get that respect for the size of an NFL center. You know what I mean? Like, those are the guys squatting 500 pounds and 750 pounds. And you're like, for what? For that.
Yeah,
So
well, exactly. You got to push them back for sure.
let me ask you something. This is just another reason to bring up, fitness. So there's an article online where they were showing these high school kids, and some of them are 14 that are dead squatting 500 pounds. Okay, that's super impressive. That's strength. Almost
Yeah.
all of them were just big roly polies that I'm like, that you're not healthy though. So you can lift straight up 500 pounds and you hold it for your 3 seconds and then you drop it. You can't even set it down clearly. What does that do for you though? You're 14. Yay. I mean,
Yeah.
shouldn't they be working out to be healthy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The whole powerlifting thing is always strange to me. I've had some friends that did it, and they only did it for a short while because, like you said, it's not like functional strength. It's like you
Absolutely
can
not.
just lift a lot of. That's like you can just lift a lot of weights. You know what I mean? Which is, I guess, cool if you want to do that. And, I mean, to me, I don't understand it. And like, are you fit? I don't know. Like you can deadlift 500 pounds, but like, can you run a mile? You know what I mean? Or
Hey.
can you like do things that are actually like more than just lift heavy stuff?
I had neighbors, these two, they were sisters, and they were CrossFit girls, right? Hardcore CrossFit girls. I mean, and they were so jacked and ripped that, quite honestly, they lost a lot of their physical ladies form. It was gone. And whatever, don't care. But they lost the form that they walked like men, they looked like men. When you get closer, oh, you're a girl. Which again, still don't care, whatever. But they would mow their own lawn, which again, I applaud that. But they would mow their own lawn and it would take them 3 tries because they'll mow it and stop and then go inside and rest and come out 2 hours. They could not push a lawnmower. And then when I watched them, if they ever had groceries, and it's weird because you never see neighbors bringing groceries, I think, but I would see them bringing groceries and they couldn't do it. They were like struggling. I'm like, you don't have any functional strength whatsoever to do anything. And then once in a while they'd go on a jog and you'd see them jogging down the street and you're like, literally as physically fit as you are, that you look, I should say, and you can't run faster than that because that looks like someone who's just trying to learn how to jog, who can't move. Looks like me.
Which is ironic. I mean, I've known some CrossFit people, and somebody said it's just being really good at exercising, and
Yes.
I was kind of laughing about it. And I've known some CrossFit people that, like, as annoying as they were, they could cover all bases. But yeah, I mean, if you're stuck in one part of a circuit training, then yeah, you're probably not going to be as fit as you should be. You know what I mean? But and CrossFit's
That's what I'm saying.
CrossFit.
I don't mind if you want to do it, whatever. I mean, not also not for nothing. Like, let's just take the male body because I have one and you've seen one. You're not supposed.
I've seen a bunch.
You're not supposed to be cut like that. You're not supposed to have eight pack of abs. You're not supposed to. There's like functions for that part of that belly, whatever you ever call it, flab, little bit of fat. There's function for that. Like on a woman, there's function for it. It's part of the protecting the woman type thing. There's function to how your body works. You're supposed to be fit, be healthy. But I see these people cutting away, and when I, again, like you said, my fitness, I've been researching it and reading a lot and stuff, and I'm like, you never would realize that all those guys that are cut are doing harm. That's why they're on all those supplements and all those proteins. Dude, I don't take any of that stuff because I seen a nutritionist. I now know how to eat. I know what eating does. I know what this food does. I know how to eat afterwards and how to eat for recovery and how to eat and prep for this. Don't they do that as much as they're in the gym? It's like, no, they don't. That's why they're slamming down these fake
Oh,
proteins.
like free workout too. Like that stuff always kills me. I'm like, you got to get hyped up to work out. Like I don't get that. I don't understand the whole supplement part of like the whole
No.
workout. Like
And
me either.
my son's karate school has a CrossFit right next door. And they have this big roll up door and they're always in there like, boom, throwing it out. Yeah, get it in, high fiving each other. And then when they leave, here's the killer part. Because I work out every day, 90 minutes. Okay. Every day. I don't lift 500 pounds, but I work out where I'm
Right.
sweating. I am sweating. It's physically an effort. My heart rate's in zone 2. I'm working out and I can recover within 3 minutes, which is what you're supposed to be able to do is recover. Your heart rate
Sure.
recovers, your body recovers. That's called healthy. These guys can't walk to their, and first of all, they all have big pickup trucks. They cannot walk to their pickup truck. They are dead. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you going to do now? Go home and take a shower, then lay down because you can't do a single thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't just the whole gym aspect for me. Even when I was, an athlete in high school and college, I
You
hated
have a
going to
runner's
the gym.
body, don't you?
I do absolutely, and
Flat.
I hate yeah, exactly. Well, I have long back syndrome too. So, but no, I hated going to the gym. Like even when you go and do your leg days and whatever in the gym, it was always like the meatheads that were lunking around, and I don't know, maybe I'm still biased towards that, but even now, like I would rather just work out at home or go for a run or do anything but go to a gym and just be surrounded by dudes that are hyping up other
Same.
dudes or
I don't have a problem
whatever.
with the
It's like
gym. I don't have a problem with
no,
the
me
gym
neither. It's
if
just
it's
not my
normal people.
jam.
You
Right,
have to actually
exactly.
you have to search a gym. You have to find the right gym. And you have to, a lot of them will let you go in there and work out for a half hour and try it out. You got to do that. But if they're all like high fiving, so yeah, get it in. I'm out. Peace. You guys are weird. I don't care.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me too. It's just like I'm just there to work out, get fit. Like I don't need like big bro hyping me up about
No.
like being an alpha male and like whatever like protein shake and pre workout they're taking. It's like hard pass on
Those
that one, my
protein
dude.
shakes build bulk extremely fast, which means you have to now press 500 pounds basically to make that bulk not fat. It's like,
Right,
why are you creating that extra hard routine for yourself? Just first of all, no one's perfect. So everybody could probably chisel their body a little bit, lose some weight and tone up. Absolutely. But that's
for
gross.
sure.
Like they'll lose weight, then they'll take protein powder to gain it back to build muscle. And I'm like, and then they'll sit there and like eat 3 hamburgers because they're starving. And I'm like, but they leave and they can't move. I don't get it. But
Yeah,
these kids, I don't think 14-year-olds should be deadlifting 500 pounds, even if they can. First of all, that's not a functional skill. I would love for those kids to be able to do some chin ups, maybe run a mile, some push ups, some sit ups. Back when we were kids, when you had the little physical fitness test because you had to show that you weren't like a slob. That hey kid, can you push a lawnmower? Can you bend over and tie your shoe?
yeah.
I'm not kidding. Dude, these guys, there's this one guy, he always shows up like in work clothes. He goes in this one room and changes. Then he comes out with his work boots on and his work clothes. And then he stands at the steps and then he leans over and has to throw his foot way up the steps, like 4 steps up to change his shoe. And I'm like, you can't bend over, can you? Like your gut, and he's jacked, like a wrestler. But his stomach is, I think, is so bulky and thick that he's like, I can't. And half of them wear fanny packs because they can't put things in the pockets because all the jeans are bursting at the seams. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, no, it's definitely weird, man. I don't know that whole like gym bro aspect of like working out always was like a total turn off to me. I was just like, just work out and go home, dude. Like it's like people that make that their whole personality. It's like you gotta have something other in your life. Like go get a hobby or like go learn how to play a guitar or something. Do anything other than just
You
being
do
like, all I do is work out and carb load. It's like, no, you'll have some fun.
that should not be the end of it. I'll tell you what, like I
No,
said, I've been working out for about almost 3 months, mostly Apple Fitness, the Apple Fitness Plus app. You get the right dumbbells that are difficult to do, but you still doable. You are actually working out. You feel and see the difference. But what I've noticed is going out with my son and doing things and just hiking and chasing them. And that's what I'm like, I can do that. You guys can't even get in your truck. I don't get it. I just don't get the whole gym bro thing. Not my thing.
damn.
But it would be funny to see you jacked up and like, trying to be the Rock. That's another thing. What about the Rock? He's insane, right? He's getting to the point where I'm like, you're starting to look really gross.
I mean,
If you
as
think he's
far as
attractive,
like
it's okay.
what? No, I told you I'm into mustaches. How's yours doing, by the way?
It's gone. Since you said that, it's been gone.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Smooth and
I mean,
clean.
I mean, dude, The Rock's also like, I mean, I think I want to say he's maybe 2 or 3 years older than you. But yeah, I mean, obviously he was preparing to come back for this run, and that dude's always like super jacked in all of his movies. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he had work done or whatever, but yeah, to me, obviously that's the whole line they're going with, and The Rock's a huge pull, and he's always going to be like involved in WrestleMania because it's The Rock. But yeah, like I think once you get to a certain age and you're still that ripped, you kind of look like somebody pulled skin really tightly over a knee. Like no matter how jacked you are, like, and don't get me wrong, like the dude put on 45 minutes in the ring at his age, great. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely.
like there's a lot of people like that.
But he clearly has bulk and functional fitness, clearly.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that dude also has like personal trainers and personal chefs and all that other things. So
But
yeah, I
when,
mean,
when he gets there at 3 a.m. and works out 4 different times during the day, it's like, why don't you relax? Because even Arnold Schwarzenegger says at a certain age, and it's earlier than retirement, he said, you have to slowly dial back the bodybuilding slowly. So your body goes back slowly. So that way you can age gracefully, he said.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like
I agree with that. I mean, he would know. Because he says that bodybuilding, he goes, once you hit about 35, 40, you got to stop it and start exercising to bring it down, tone it out. I'm like, makes sense. Because he says the big muscle doesn't work on old people. It doesn't work. Like you can't function.
No.
So,
well, and I mean, that dude is, we won't talk about his past, but I'm sure there was a lot of non-natural substances that went in him in the 70s. So he was super jacked. So
I'm sure Vince McMahon was stabbing people in the arm.
Oh no, that's a whole other ball of wax about him and steroids. But I think that's actually why the WWE product is better now, is because TKO bought him out, finally pushed the old man out, and now they're like, hey, we're gonna actually give you the matches you want and not make it ridiculously like dumb like it was. Like Vince just killing the product for so long, and he was the only game in town. So
that's a weird thing, though. I mean, you have a monopoly, which I guess gives you the right feeling to say, I can do what I want, but you better not. Doesn't make any sense. There's competitors, but anyway, they pulled like 150,000 people 2 nights in a row. Like 75 and 75, which is insane. I can't imagine how much tickets cost.
Oh, dude, like WrestleMania tickets are stupid. Like, in most of the places you go, like you'd be up in the nosebleed section, they were probably still like $700, $800. And at that point, you're just watching it on the Jumbotron above the ring anyway. Like, just stay at home. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, it was free on Peacock. It was free on Peacock.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I cooked food all day. Me and my mom hung out, drank booze, watched the show, like had a good time, and just kicked it. And it was like, that was so much better than being in a stadium full of 75,000 people. Like, yeah, it would be fun to go to one, but at the same time, if you're up so high, everybody looks like ants. Just stay at home. Your couch is free.
Well, yeah, that's how I feel about Super Bowls. Super Bowls are fun. I've been to a Super Bowl, and I had decent seats though, and they were comped to me, so I didn't pay for those. But point is, it was decent. It was fun. Absolutely. Would I pay for that? Nope. It was just too much. Sitting there was too long. You had to get there super early, and you're like, I don't need to sit here for 2 hours before the game starts. This is insane. And then the halftime's like an hour to 90 minutes now. You're like, can we go home? I'm tired now. I no longer care if my team wins. I'd like to go home. It's just too much.
That's insane.
And when they charge you that much for a ticket, they should give you $1 hot dog. That's my thing. I mean, come on.
They should give you a Ferrari for what they charge for like Super Bowl tickets. It's insane.
Well, you got to pay them stupid salaries. Let me ask you, speaking of salaries, then we got to cut this short because this is supposed to be a mini episode. Caitlin Clark, she just got drafted to the WNBA first round, and her total compensation for 4 years is like $433,000. People are upset. That's not fair. Steph Curry makes this. LeBron makes this. I'm like, well, first of all, could you pick two completely polar opposite type examples? She's a rookie. Let's compare rookie salaries, but nonetheless, don't pick Steph Curry and LeBron James' salary. They're insane. But the point is, I looked it up. The WNBA is in the negative every single year.
Right.
Every year. And it's in the negative as little as it is because the NBA subsidizes it. Because if you watch the games, they literally don't sell out. Certain games might sell out here and there, they said. Playoff games kind of sell out. I mean, you don't have a product where enough people are watching to demand that salary. So my question to you is, she was offered by Ice Cube $5 million to play 8 games in the Big Three, and it doesn't conflict with her contract or her schedule with the WNBA. Would you do it?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? $5 million for 8 games to go run up run up your stats on a bunch of dudes that are like over the hill? Why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? Like that only makes her look 100%. That much better.
I think, in fact, because he seems open for it, why not get retired WNBA players to play in the Big Three too, and just have mixed teams? Because they're not paying full court on basketball, press basketball and all that. So why not just mix it up, get the best shooters and play for it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. I would have taken that $5 million in a heartbeat. It would as soon as $5 million would have come out of Ice Cube's mouth, I would have been like, yes, 8 games. Like, come on. Like, why wouldn't you take that?
I would have too. So hopefully she does it because it'd be something to see. But hey, you know what though? That'd be the cheapest $5 million publicity he ever bought.
Oh, it's so easy. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, that's the
Even offering the money got the Big Three such publicity. And I think he was serious. I think he's serious. He wants her to be in it because, I mean, obviously, but it was even smart to do that. Like it was smart.
Yeah.
But
maybe they can even market a Caitlin Clark basketball since they still don't have a Big Three basketball.
My son's last comments before we have to cut it off. Last year at basketball camp in summer, there was a couple kids that had Big Three shirts on, T-shirts. And then one kid, when they were grabbing balls, one kid's like, "Do you have any Big Three balls?" to the coach. And he's like, "Nope. All they had was the whatever the brand is, Wilson, whatever it is, Spalding."
Yes.
And I thought, oh wow. And so I started looking online because my son was watching Big Three with me. I'm like, they don't have balls. They don't have basketballs. What?
Oh my God.
Ice Cube doesn't have any balls.